Hi, my name is Josh. I live in Estevan, Saskatchewan, Canada right now. I enrolled in Conversational Koine Institute because I had been looking into the living conversational approach to learning Koine Greek for a little while now. And I wanted to progress towards being able to understand Biblical Greek, like one would understand any other modern language, instead of just knowing about the language and knowing how to translate it, like most Biblical Greek classes today teach. I also heard CKI was a pretty fun way to learn Biblical Greek, so I just wanted to look into that a bit. When I started CKI classes, I had hoped that they would be a good way to begin towards being able to read the Greek New Testament in such a way that I would be able to understand and read the language itself, instead of mentally trying to translate Greek word by word into English on the spot. I can say that Michael and CKI have done a great job of beginning that. One of my biggest takeaways that I've had from my time with the Conversational Koine Institute is that I've started to be able to think in Biblical Greek instead of just thinking about it. As an example of this, when I studied Greek with the traditional method, I always, in my head, needed to translate words I was seeing into English in order to be able to understand what I was reading. Kind of the whole theos means God thing when you're reading, right? However, after beginning to work with Michael's classes and material, that's beginning to change. I was recently reading Luke 19 verse 40, where it talks about the stones crying out, Ilipi kraxusin. So when I read the word kraxusin, normally in my head I would need to translate, okay, kraxusin means they cried out. But what happened this time was, instead of reading it and translating it into English in my head, I saw kraxusin, like I saw things crying out instead of having to think in English, right? It took an extra step for me to be able to remember what the English term was afterwards. In learning other modern languages, this is basically the goal, to learn to think in the language instead of think about the language. For Biblical Greek, we've lagged behind in learning and teaching like this for a while. CKI is one of the best resources that I've found that makes this possible, like to learn Greek like this. So there are three groups of people that I would recommend CKI to. First would be those who know Koine Greek in a traditional way but are dissatisfied with their current proficiency in the language and want to get much better at it. Second group would be those who have tried to learn Koine in a traditional method but haven't been able to pull it off or have given up because it was too complicated. And the third group would be those who have never tried to learn Greek because it's either scared them or they've never had the chance or for whatever other reason, but they want to learn the language. So if you fit into any of those categories, I think you'd really like to check out CKI. If you want to learn more, you can go to conversationalkoine.com. You can see what classes are available, see what's coming up. This is a great program, and it's been awesome to be working with.